this part of it. So this week we're going over the eagle.
Esta semana vamos a hablar del águila.
In a business model, they're called protectors, also known as analysts, or the C.
En un modelo de negocios se refieren al protector.
So outwardly, they're recognized by orderliness.
Por afuera se ven o se reconocen como de orden.
Lina's definitely order.
Yo soy definitivamente orden.
Me not so much.
Él no tanto.
Even the way she presents herself will be very proper versus casual.
Yeah, as I'm doing this. En la manera que yo me presento también es
order.
Orden.
Not so much. What others really don't realize
Lo que muchos no realizan.
I don't know why it's showing up like that.
Like it's doubled.
Yeah. Is the internal pressure they constantly feel to try harder.
Es la presión interna de sentir constantemente.
Or it's their responsibility to make everything right.
O que es su responsabilidad de tener todo correcto.
There's a high amount of pressure on them to perform correctly.
Hay una presión alta de presentarse correctamente.
And in their mind, they probably never do it right.
Y en sus mentes piensan que no lo hacen correcto.
So regardless of how well something turns out,
entonces no importa qué tan bien resulta,
it could have been better.
Puede ser mejor.
Right? Would you say that's true?
Sí. Yes.
They have a need for certainty, understanding, for the rules. They love rules.
Tienen la certeza de comprensión de las reglas.
It doesn't show like that up on here.
I don't know. Okay.
Protection and safety is something that's the high value of them.
Protección y seguridad es un valor alto para ellos.
They have a high need not to be wrong.
Tienen una necesidad alta de no ser incorrectos.
They don't have to be right, but they just can't be wrong.
No tienen que estar correctos, pero no pueden estar equivocados.
Right, so therefore they need to take time for the decisions.
Necesitan tiempo para tomar decisiones.
They like detailed explanations.
Les gustan los explicaciones con detalles.
And they love precision and accuracy.
Y les gusta la precisión y ser exacto.
And they really represent God's excellence is what they represent.
Ellos representan la excelencia de Dios.
So it's how they show up, and in every situation they're going to bring order to it. They're going to bring details. They're going to bring excellence. They're going to bring the pieces that most people aren't going to see. They're going to see.
Ellos en la manera que se presentan es el orden, es excelente, ¿sí? Excelencia. Cuando la gente los ve, van a ver el orden y ellos ven lo que los demás no ven.
So it's God doesn't miss a detail.
Dios no pierde un detalle.
No, it says He knows every hair on your head.
Dice que sabe todos los pelos de tu cabeza. Dios no pierde un detalle.
Neither does my wife.
Y tampoco mi esposa.
So, moving on. They tend to be very thinking-oriented.
Son más orientados al pensar.
They'll end up being a little bit reserved in nature. They're not the outgoing party animals.
Son un poquito más reservados.
Their language and spoken language is kind of slower. They're Go ahead.
Su manera de hablar es más despacio.
Yeah, it is. They pay attention to detail. They're very observant. They're cautious, quiet people.
Pon atención a los detalles. Son observante, cauteloso y tranquilo.
Right.
Sí.
Yes. Let me just explain myself to you.
I love eagles.
I love my eagle too.
I can go a little crazy. Yeah.
Do that again? Let's see crazy.
No, that was calculated.
She's out of control. That was out of control for her.
Eso fue cauteloso. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Go.
It's good.
It's hot in here.
They're very logical and systematic in the way they approach things. So they're great for organization.
Son muy sistémicos, muy lógicos, son bien para un sistema.
They're accurate. They love the details. They're gonna make sure they have it right.
Les gustan los detalles, se van a asegurar de que lo van a hacer bien.
And they're pretty persistent on that course. So they'll tend to finish what they start and finish it in excellence.
Son muy persistentes, terminan lo que empiezan, entonces se aseguran de terminarlo.
They'll be serious, so you're not going to get a mixed message from them.
Son serios, entonces no va a tener un mensaje que sea confuso.
And they mean what they say and say what they mean. They're very literal.
Son muy literales.
Me not so much.
Él no tanto.
Exacting. They're like, they know exactly what they want and how they want it and
Son
the
muy
details
exactos,
of it.
saben lo que quieren y cómo lo quieren. Son muy detallistas.
Right, so that makes them very thorough, orderly in their
Son
approach
mucho.
to things.
Tienen mucho orden.
Right.
Yeah.
Mucho.
Yeah.
Sequential. They like processes and details.
Les gusta el proceso,
Rules.
detalles, reglas.
Followed exactly.
Lo siguen exactamente.
Right. Their challenges, though, is that they can be very critical and nitpicking of the details.
¿Desafíos o desafíos? Sus desafíos son que, what did you say?
Critical.
Oh, crítica.
Did you do it wrong?
No, criticize. I'm okay if I did it wrong. I'm okay. Go ahead.
Don't nick that.
I'll talk to you later.
Don't nick that.
You'll clear up the misunderstanding.
This is not how we do it.
They're very moralistic, so it's a right or wrong type of scenario almost all the time.
El escenario es más el correcto e incorrecto, son más moralizados.
And the challenge is that they tend to address things from they're not very emotional in their approach to things.
No
They're
son muy
not,
emocionales en las maneras que se presentan.
so they can seem withdrawn or impersonal.
Se pueden aparentar como si no son muy personal.
Right. So, like when we got married, and we'd have a party at the house. We'd have people over for gatherings, whether it be from church or from school or whatever.
Cuando nos casamos, tuvimos fiestas en la casa con amistades.
Lina is very task-oriented in what she's doing.
Yo soy muy orientada a la tarea, en las cosas que voy a
And I'm very
hacer.
relational-oriented.
Y es más orientada a la relación. Él es.
The hours leading up to people arriving,
Las horas antes de la gente llegar,
there's a lot to do,
hay mucho que hacer.
right?
Ajá.
And there's an order of things that need to be done. And
Y hay
It needs to
orden
be
en la
all done
manera que
right.
hay que hacerlo y hay que
And-
hacerlo bien.
so it's a lot of work
Es mucho trabajo
to make sure we get everything done
para
just right.
asegurarnos de que todo va a estar bien.
And then in the party, Lina's very service-oriented also.
Y en la fiesta yo soy más orientada a la
So
tarea.
early on in our marriage, we would, I thought I was in trouble the whole party. Or the whole
Al principio de
gathering.
nuestro matrimonio yo pensaba que yo estaba, how do you say in trouble? En problemas.
Right, because everybody's laughing and having fun. At
Todos
least
están
I'm laughing and
riendo,
having
o por
fun.
lo menos yo me estoy riendo
And
y
Lina
divirtiéndome.
is on task.
Y yo
making
estoy
sure
en mis tareas,
The food's out.
asegurándome que la comida
everybody
está
has their
afuera,
drinks
que
and
todos
everything
tienen
else.
su bebida.
So this is a happy face. At the party. Go ahead,
Yes.
show 'em that.
No. That's hilarious. Because I was just telling myself. Cuando no me... Yo puedo estar seria y sinceramente me estoy divirtiendo. I just said I could be serious and sincerely. I'm having a good time.
Very much. She will.
Yeah.
You tell her a joke and she goes, "Oh, that's funny."
Le dices un chiste a mí y mi respuesta es, oh, qué divertido estuvo eso.
But that's laughter. So I'd have to check on her a lot to make sure I wasn't in trouble.
Entonces me tenía que chequearme con ella de que no estaba yo en problemas.
Right. So people are going to see her as withdrawn at times.
Ajá, la gente me puede mirar a mí como si yo estuviera alejándome.
You know, you see eagles as inflexible or legalistic.
La gente ve a los águilas como que si fueran inflexibles.
Right. So because they're strict to the rules.
Son
They
muy
adhere to the
estrictos
rules.
a la ley, a la regla.
Right. So there's not a lot of gray area.
No hay mucha área que sea
It's black
gris.
or white.
Es blanco o negro.
Yeah. There's no spectrum.
No hay nada en el medio.
Yeah. Like their food, they can't have it touching. No.
That's not true.
I don't know. So people sometimes think they're stuffy.
La gente a
Yeah.
veces cree que son muy, how do you say stuffy? Muy qué? Muy duro, muy alejado.
You know, they're stiff structured.
Son serios.
You know, she's sitting upright.
Yo me estoy sentando.
And they're perfectionists. They like the details, and so sometimes that can lead them to where they're a little indecisive about making decisions because they want to
Por
make sure
ellos
they have all
son,
the details.
cuando se enfocan en tener todos los detalles, a veces el águila llega a un punto de ser indecisivo, no sabe qué hacer.
Now, what's cool is you can actually look at the physical characteristics of an eagle.
Puedes mirar ¿cómo se dice? Característica del águila físicamente.
So you'll see actually the characteristics, the character traits of the people that kind of flow in this personality.
Puedes verlo en la gente que tiene ese carácter.
Right. So an eagle soars and lives at high altitudes.
El águila vuela
up in the cliffs, up in
alto.
the trees. Jeremiah 49:15 says, "You will build your nest as high as the eagles."
Jeremías 49:15 dice, usted va a construir su nido tan alto como las águilas.
Right. So physically, eagles live at high altitudes.
Físicamente, águila vive en altitud. ¿Altas? En las alturas altas.
Right. So what you'll see is that these people have very high standards on how they live life.
Lo que ves es que tienen un estándar alto en la manera que ellos van a vivir.
Right. So everything has to be done right.
Todo tiene que ser hecho correcto.
Eagles have tremendous eyesight.
Águila tiene una vista tremenda.
Right. So they can see something up to 40 miles away.
Ellos pueden ver algo desde 40 millas, ¿ya? De distancia.
Right. And they can identify like a bug even 200 yards away.
Y pueden identificar hasta un mosco.
Right. That's where we get the term eagle eye from.
I don't know, do you say that in Spanish? Ahí es donde el término de eagle eye. Yeah. El ojo del águila.
Because they can see it from far off.
Porque lo pueden ver desde lejos.
She knows before she got in the house what's not done already.
Yo sé, antes de entrar a la casa, que no está completo.
And I don't hear her coming.
Y él no lo oye. That's because I'm flying.
I know. It's too late by the time. So the character traits in that is that eagles have tremendously quick perceptions of details. So they see details very, very quickly.
Una de las características del águila es que ven detalles rápidamente.
Right, so they're going to see the little things that other people are going to brush over or not see at all.
Ellos ven las cosas pequeñas que quizá los demás no vayan a ver.
Right. Eagles tend to be loners.
Águila viene a ser más aislado, les gusta ser solos.
Right, you don't see a flock of eagles running around.
No es un grupo de águilas juntos.
Right. You see flocks of seagulls, I guess, and geese. But you don't see flocks of eagles, right?
Ajá, no ves a un grupo de águilas juntos.
Right. So in that, there's a lot of loyalty that's built into that.
En eso hay lealtad.
And they like one-on-one.
Y les gusta el uno con uno.
Their recharge time is alone time.
En la manera que ellos se cargan otra vez es de estar solos.
Right. If I'm left home on the weekend without the boys and Lina, I go crazy.
Si me dejan a mí solo con los niños sin Lina, yo me vuelvo loco.
She's like, I'm going to take the boys, you have a fun weekend. I'm like, there's no fun.
Él dice, si yo le digo a él, me voy a llevar a los niños, tú disfruta tu fin de semana, él dice, no hay nada divertido ahí.
Right. But if I take the boys,
Pero si él lleva a los niños,
she feels recharged. She loves it.
me da energía, sí.
Right. Deuteronomy 32:11-12 says, like an eagle that stirs up its nest and hovers over its youth, the Lord alone led him.
Here's my word. Deuteronomio 32:11-12. Como un águila que agita el nido y revoltea sobre su something.
Esa palabra
No está bien. El Señor solo le llevó. There's something you didn't write right in there.
Oops.
Young, su joven, su bebé, su... Y revoltea sobre su... Is that young? Hovers over its young?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, I know.
It's wrong at the top.
I know.
She got it. So they have a very deep loyalty to a few people.
Tienen una lealtad fuerte con varios, solamente un poco.
Right, so crowds aren't a lot of fun for them.
El grupo no es algo divertido para el águila.
Number 4, they have sharp claws and quickly attack. Job 9:26 says, like eagles swooping down on their prey.
Job 9:26 dice como los águilas que caen hacia abajo sobre su presa.
Right, so they swoop in. You all right? What are you looking for?
Well, I'm just trying to see what you have. Okay.
Are you good now?
No, yeah, go on.
Where are we? So yeah, they quit. They are. If you look at eagles in nature, they're very swift and strategical in their attacks.
Si miras al águila, ellos son rápidos en su ataque, su manera de atacar.
Right. So oftentimes they'll kind of say it like it is and not hold back.
Muchas veces dicen dicen las cosas como son y no se detienen.
Right. So because they don't want to be wrong, what they say can sometimes be very critical.
Porque no quieren estar equivocados, a veces lo que dicen puede ser muy crítico
And be seen as negative at
y
times.
se puede ver como si fuera algo negativo.
Right, because they see all the details
Porque ven todos los detalles
and they see everything that's wrong
y ven todo lo que está equivocado.
and want to point it out because they don't want to be wrong.
Ni quieren
And they don't want others to be wrong.
quieren demostrarle porque no quieren estar equivocados y tampoco quieren que los demás sean equivocados.
Right, so for me, I have a lot of ideas.
Para él tiene muchas ideas.
So I'll come in and share my idea of the day.
Yo vengo y comparto mis ideas del
And they
día.
come daily.
Y vienen diario.
And they're really good.
Hourly.
And they're a lot of fun.
Sus ideas son buenas y son muy divertidas.
Right, so she kind of pops my balloon a lot of times. She doesn't get excited around my balloons like I do.
Yo no me excito mucho con sus ideas, su bomba de ideas.
Es una palabra argentina que usan en romper las pelotas.
Romper las pelotas.
Es una expresión de los argentinos.
¿Oh, sí?
Sí.
Ja. Romper. Wow. He just
What are you
shared
doing to
it.
my wrong pillows?
To your wrong pillows. I'm bursting your bubble.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
They have very serious facial expressions. Micah 1:16 says, shave your heads in mourning, make yourself as bald as the eagle.
Los águilas tienen una expresión facial que es muy serio. Miqueas 1:16. Afeitarse las cabezas de luto te haces tan calvo como el águila.
Right. So they tend to have overly serious or non-expressive facial expressions.
Tienen una expresión en su cara más seria o a veces no tienen una expresión, like right now.
But that's not. But so a lot of people can take them as being upset at some time. Or
Mucha gente cree que ellos están enojados.
there's oftentimes people will ask Lina, "Is everything okay?
Hay muchas
Are you
veces que
mad
me
at
hacen
me?"
la pregunta, ¿estás bien? ¿Estás enojado conmigo?
But just because she's kind of processing things and enjoying.
Pero simplemente yo estoy procesando y me estoy divirtiendo. Yeah.
Her internal world.
Su mundo internal.
Así me decían a mí siempre.
Estás en
"Te
tu
tienes
mundo.
cara de enojada,
Ajá.
estás molesta". Y yo, "No".
She said people would say that to her. You look like you're mad.
Y en el día también, yo siempre me voy a mi cuarto y digo, "¿Estás sola? Pero no estás molesta".
Many times she'd go quickly to her room just because she likes to be alone, and people would say,
Right.
"Are you mad?"
No, I'm happy.
Just go.
She has a perch upstairs.